Hey guys, it's Josh again. This is an impromptu video that I wasn't planning on recording because, for those of you that haven't seen the news, I just found out that Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball, has passed away. And I am absolutely dumbfounded. I am completely at a loss for words. I was just half listening to, half paying attention to the State of the Union, and then Skylar Greenberg texted me out of the blue, "Hey, this just happened," and I was like, "No way!" And I looked it up, and sure enough, he passed away at the age of 68, and apparently it was due to an acute subdural hematoma. But dude, this sucks. Wow. And yeah, he's been involved with other projects, like of course Dr. Slump and Dragon Quest, but Dragon Ball Z in particular. Sorry for the finger cracking right there, but Dragon Ball Z is quite possibly the most beloved and famous franchise in anime history. And for those of you that don't know, I've been on YouTube for 11 years now. I'm 26, and Dragon Ball Z is my favorite thing ever. Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super, the whole thing. It is my favorite thing ever. I love it more than wrestling. I love it more than Sonic the Hedgehog. I love it more than Star Wars. I love it more than Devil May Cry. I love it more than Twisted Metal. Dragon Ball is my favorite fictional universe of all time. It is my favorite story of all time. And this hits me particularly hard because I've been obsessed with this franchise since I was in first or second grade. Like literally when I think it was in second grade. Literally when I was in second grade, my friend at the time, Will McAteer, was like, "Hey, I have this game called Dragon Ball Z Budokai. You want to play it with me?" And I was like, "Sure." And that was it. It's been about 2 decades now. It's been nearly 2 decades now that I have been absolutely obsessed with Dragon Ball and the characters from this series. Goku, my favorite character, Vegeta. Vegeta has always been one of my favorite. He's been one of my favorite fictional characters of all time. Shadow the Hedgehog is my all-time favorite fictional character. And one of the reasons why I like Vegeta is because Vegeta kind of reminds me of Shadow the Hedgehog a little bit. In fact, when I first saw Vegeta in Dragon Ball Z Budokai, when I first played it when I was in like second grade, I kept thinking, this dude is giving me Shadow the Hedgehog vibes. So it kind of drew me to him. But like, Frieza is my all-time favorite villain. Frieza's such an amazing villain. And of course, Dragon Ball is, of course, known for its absolutely insane fights. And the transformations and the energy attacks and all that. And I love that stuff too, but the story is just one of a kind. And again, not taking anything away from his other endeavors. Like, again, I mentioned Dr. Slump and Dragon Quest. It's just, this came out of nowhere, honestly. And from what I've heard, apparently he passed away on March 1st. And we're only just now finding out about it now because I kind of kept it kind of close to the chest. And I'll tell you how unprepared I was for, like, making this video. Like, I literally found out about this like 10 minutes ago. While listening to the State of the Union, I'm literally making the championships for XTW and FF as we speak, because I'm about to start filming my next pay-per-view, XTW FF Fusion, which, considering what we just learned, I'm going to dedicate that pay-per-view to Akira Toriyama, because it's going to be one of the biggest shows I've ever done, and there's going to be some Dragon Ball characters, like Bulma is the UCT FF champion, UCT Femme Fatale champion, going to be facing Samara Morgan.
and it's going to be the co-main event. So there's going to be a lot of, and the tag team champions of UCT are Majin Buu and Bojack from Dragon Ball. There's going to be a lot of Dragon Ball influence on the show. And again, I'm shocked, as I'm sure a lot of people are. Like, I just saw Geekdom 101's video, a guy that I've been watching on YouTube for several years now, who's like basically the Dave Meltzer of Dragon Ball, except he's not developing Alzheimer's. I don't know what's been going on with Uncle Dave, but it has not been a good year, and we're only in March. But Geekdom 101 is one of my favorite Dragon Ball YouTubers. I'm sure Totally Not Mark, another one of my favorites, as Stunned. Devil Artemis, who puts out a bunch of hilarious videos. I saw his post about it. He's stunned. I'm sure Team 4-Star is stunned. Just, wow. This is depressing. I just, again, don't even know what to say. Dragon Ball Z, in particular, it's been a huge part of my life for a long time now. Like, you can tell that I didn't script this, that this is just out of the blue, because, again, this came out of nowhere and really just smacked a lot of people just out of the blue, and I'm just like, wow. This happened. And again, I'm just stunned. I'm stunned, ladies and gentlemen. I texted my brother, because my brother is also a huge fan of Dragon Ball. And Alex said, and I quote, "No fucking way. Bro, no shot. Oh my lord, he was a legend. What the fuck? No. Fuck." Alex was not happy. Because again, Alex is a huge fan of Dragon Ball. A lot of my friends are huge fans of Dragon Ball. Andy, I'm waiting for her to call me right now because she's at her dad's house and they're watching a movie. It's because of me. Andy loves Dragon Ball. She had never seen Dragon Ball before she met me, and we've been together for 3 years. And she has repeatedly asked me, when are we going to rewatch the entire series? I have no idea how Andy is going to react when I tell her that Akira Toriyama has passed away. So, I'm literally waiting for her to call me back so I can break the news to her. But, yeah, this is just a shocking development. I was not expecting this at all. And Akira Toriyama he always seemed like, because again, he never really went out much. He was very much introverted, for anyone who knows anything about the guy. He would send notes to people who would have to come to his house to get the notes, because he was extremely introverted. He never really left his house because that's what he preferred. He was an inside kind of guy, and just from what everything, and he was a goofy guy. He loved the gag humor, and he just seemed like an all around just a solid dude. And it just sucks because like the dude created one of the biggest franchises on the planet, and that's not something that just happens every day. He's basically, this might be a weird comparison, but he's basically the Stan Lee of anime, in a way. Even though like Dragon Ball is like one of the biggest animes ever, he's not involved with multiple different anime or manga, but dude, like. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about this for a couple minutes. Comment down below, what are your favorite memories from Dragon Ball? Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball GT. Anything but Dragon Ball Evolution. No comments about Dragon Ball Evolution will be tolerated. Or if you've seen or read Dr. Slump or Dragon Quest or any other thing that he's been involved with, what are some memories from these things that Akira Toriyama, the genius that he was, that he came up with, what kind of impact did it have on your life? Because, I mean, Dragon Ball, of course, is my favorite franchise of all time, and will always be my favorite franchise, because I just think it's the greatest piece of fiction that has ever been created. In my opinion, Dragon Ball is unparalleled. There's no competition. Yeah, there might be stuff out there like Attack on Titan that's technically more well written. But in my opinion, Dragon Ball is the greatest piece of fiction that has ever been created in the history of the human race. I'm incredibly biased, but that is my opinion. So, rest in peace, Akira Toriyama. Thank you so much for creating just a one-of-a-kind universe that absolutely captured my imagination when I was young and still captures my imagination to this day. Thank you so much, Akira Toriyama. May you rest in peace.